Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha nandagopa kumaraya govindaya namo namaha Majnanatmirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. How is life? I see a few people at least with notebook. It's very good. Thank you. So how is life? Priyeshu Mataji. Good. प्रभु आप कहाँ थे अभी? 4-5 हफ्ते भी मिसिंग थे. Okay, good. How are you, Rohit? Good. Vimendra Prabhu. How are you, Sita? Sita looks bright today. All good? Yes, Rangaji. Anybody want to share anything from last time? What do you remember? Anything which clicked during the week?
Clicked during the week, I'm not sure, but I remember stuff from last time. Anything that's pure is something that I think makes impure things also pure. When it comes.
Amazing. Thank you. Did you think about this? Something which is pure will not get impure when it's in association with impure objects, but will make the impure object pure. Have you thought about this?
But then what is it about bad influence?
Yeah, because we are not pure yet. We get affected.
Sometimes bad have more influence on you than...
Yeah, because we are not pure. We are also impure. Yeah. If we were really pure, we would make them pure. Yeah. You know, the Shastras tell that if one is a really a person who is surrendered to Krishna and is his or heart is really with Krishna, that can transmit that vibration and make others also. Right? Not that everybody else is not chanting Hare Krishna mantra or not, they're not surrendered to Krishna and I'll also get influenced by them. So this one person is enough. Srila Prabhupada was just one person. We talked about it last week also. And one person is enough. Whole world, can you imagine? Entire world just changed because of one person. That's the meaning of purity. Purity, it permeates. Impurity also permeates. If you are impure, we are there in places. We also contaminate places. But then if pure and impure objects are together, pure object will purify the impure object. Krishna tells in Gita, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. It's a different chapter, not this chapter. There's nothing which is similar to knowledge, which is comparable to knowledge. Nahi jnanena sadrisham. Nothing which is there which is comparable to knowledge. Real knowledge. It's pure. So, good. Anything else which came to your mind?
Definition of happiness.
We discussed quite a lot about it, right? What all did we discuss?
Not related to any materialistic.
It's not related to material things.
Permanent.
The internal happiness is permanent.
It's permanent. Good.
Can we experience in the level of Atma?
Cheating. It's in the, no, yeah, not now. Yeah, already covered. Has to be in the level of Atma. Then what else?
We don't chase.
Ever expanding.
It's expanding. Very good.
We don't chase behind others.
Once
Once we have this.
you have this, you will stop chasing other things. Very good.
Once you have it, it's permanent.
Yeah, all covered.
We need to uncover all the things from our Atma, the ego, mind.
Not from the Atma, on top of Atma. Yeah, no, sure. Yeah. It's in association with Krishna. Very good. You need to really remember this. This is really, and that's when you cross check, you understand, no, we have never experienced this. Right? All the happiness which we have experienced is temporary, is something which is material, having no connection with Krishna, is not in the level of Atma, is really not expanding, it's diminishing. Right? This, what is it, law of diminishing returns? Right? You start doing it, the more, eventually the pleasure wave start coming down. It's really not, we did this exercise last week, right? Did somebody cook gulab jamun? Who was it? Who was telling gulab jamun, I make the best gulab jamun. You? Did you make it?
For Bhakti event.
Oh, you're making it. Okay, good. We were all waiting for it, that you'll make it. So, yes, it just applies to everything. You can see anything, doesn't matter, whatever. There is some sort of increasing wave in terms of pleasure and happiness, but then you would make it more, it starts coming down drastically. Good. Very nice. Anything else? Can the kids go to other room? Yeah? Go to the other room. Play in the other room. Okay? Shriji? Yeah? Let's go to the other room. Be happy. It's fine. No problem. No. Shriji is so happy that she's getting so many things. Good. Chalo, yeah, one more chance. Good. Yes. Anything else? Oh, she got scared, man. That's it, right? Yeah?
You have to deserve happiness.
To deserve it. Yes, good. It's not something which you can just get it. What should you do?
Be suffering.
Yeah.
Association.
Translation with
So become happy? Will you become happy right away? Practice it until your heart is purified fully. Yeah. So it takes time. It's not going to happen tomorrow morning. Yeah, I chanted last week, Prabhu. How many of us chanted every week, every day last week? Good. No, Sahitya? Why? Why not? Vimender, come on. Why not?
I don't do 108 times.
From today, 108. Let's fix it. You are doing it? Amazing. Very good. From today. Okay? Because it has to come to practice. Let's do it every day. You're doing it? Good. Suchi is doing 6 mala?
Sometimes 16.
ये नहीं चलता है. Don't do it. Fixed number. I'm happy if you do 4 every day, 6 every day, 8 every day, doesn't matter. Oscillations will never give you stability. Yeah? Fix. And then next step. And from here, next step. And that is like going to a gym. Right? आज गया 2 घंटा किया. Next 5 days, no. और एक दिन गया 10 मिनट करके आ गया. No, it does not help. Every day, consistent. That's what helps. Yeah, it's fine. No, that's okay. It's fine. No problem. But as a sadhana, sit down and do something which is committed. Yeah, just every day. Let's start with 108. Sit down and do it 108. After a month, yeah, it's okay. That you can keep doing. No problem. Yeah, it's fine. There has to be something which is as a sadhana which is done. The rest is like, yeah, no problem. You can keep doing however much, it's fine, no problem. So we need to keep doing it, perhaps this whole life. There is some possibility of you pleasing Krishna, because actual anartha nivritti will not be happening with your own efforts. Can you repeat what I said?
Will not happen without it.
No. Vimender, what did I say?
Practice.
No, what did I say? Just last statement.
Another nivritti will not happen without it.
No, that was not what I said. Will not happen with your own effort. So whose effort? Chalo Suveda ko bhi karna hai, right? Whose effort? Who else need to put effort?
Prayas and Kripa, Krishna's Kripa.
Krishna has to also show some mercy, but then you can't demand. It's really a bad game. Yeah, really a bad game. You need to keep putting efforts, and you can't ask Krishna, "Kya yaar? Itna saal ho gaya abhi. When will you?" You can't ask. If someone is in that mentality, Krishna will never give. But if we get out of that mentality, doesn't matter. I will put my efforts. If Krishna shows his mercy or not, doesn't matter. Already Krishna is showing so much of mercy. Right? So I will anyway, will just keep putting my efforts. So once we come to that mentality, Krishna will show mercy. Yeah. Okay. But then we can't ask for it. You can't demand. Mercy is not something which is demanded. And anartha nivritti needs to happen only with Krishna's mercy. You can't really do it. Our karmic background is just mountain. Huge mountain. With our efforts, we are just showing to Krishna that, yeah, I'm putting some efforts. I'm trying to be sincere. It's up to you. Whenever you can or want, you can show mercy. Making sense, right? It's not a linear process. There is no linear correlation here. चलो आप करते रहो 20 साल करो 20 years one day you will get it. May or may not happen. Shiji,
We just have to put our efforts, right?
yes, yes. Sita, it's best if you take Shriji to the other room. She'll put her hand into the fan otherwise.
We can switch on the fan.
Switch off the fan. Open the window.
Open the window, neighbor will come. Yeah? नहीं करो इसको ऑन करो मत ओपन करो इट्स ओके so we are in a bit of situation, it will improve, don't worry. Yeah. So. Okay, what else? Anything else? Unconditional what?
I feel we need to do unconditional service, like seva or praise or practice. It has to be unconditional.
Yeah, seva has to be unconditional. Yes, has to be unmotivated, unconditional. Very good. Anybody has any problems in doing this on a daily basis? Something? Remember, is there a problem? No, Prabhu, I want to do it, but I can't do it.
I'm doing one mala every day, but thinking that
No, but you said you're not doing it.
one mala I say. I'm doing only one
Oh,
mala.
that's good. That's fine. Oh, I was so disappointed, Sahitya. Good. I'm happy now. So only Vimendra is not doing it. He will do it from today. No, today. Tomorrow never comes. Today. Today is the day. Okay?
Actually, we did it just before you came.
Doesn't count.
No, it's very good. Very good.
The thing is that my feeling was that I have to do like after every day after bath I take prayer, so I do when I pray. So, but other time like these mala we can also do during the day. That I was not sure.
No, but
So I
that's not needed also. If you can, you can. But otherwise, most important thing is practice. Eventually, from 1, you have to come to 16, and that number doesn't change. Not that next week I'll come and tell, no, it's not 16, I just updated and make it 32 now. Right? So we don't do that. So Srila Prabhupada has made it from 64, so 16. Ideally, Shastras tell you have to do 64 mala, will take 8 hours maybe. So Prabhupada understood that, we are just not qualified for it, and then he's made from 64 to 16. We just follow Prabhupada. If somebody is an acharya, they can do it. Right? Hare Krishna. So, like Narada Muni came to Ratnakar and he told, you chant Mara. I can't go around and tell that, I'll change some Hare Krishna mantra to something else, you chant this mantra. No qualification for it. Right? Acharyas can do it. So, so if you are doing 1, eventually go to 2, 3, 4, right? Make some plans, some sprint planning, right? Where you want to reach in next 3 years, you need to make a plan. Okay? My hope is that by next year Janmashtami, you all do 16. Next year Janmashtami, only 14 months. Yeah. If you keep increasing 1 mala every month, this month 1, next month 2, third month 3. Ashish Prabhu will run away now. We made a deal with Ashish Prabhu yesterday, and he will start chanting. Am I correct? My life is perfect. Amazing.
पहले क्या मुझसे बोल रहे 28 कर्म क्या चल रहा है आज जोड़ो मैंने आपको जितना करना है करो 10 मिनट हो गया बाहर ही नहीं गया मंदिर के बाहर रेडी कहां देख रही है पूरा माला
Amazing. I'm so happy, Ashish ji.
Perfection of
Yeah, I'm really happy. We can stop the programs. Ashish Prabhu started chanting. So, good. Shall we study the verses then? Yeah. Today's verses. Somebody need to give me a book. Something. Yeah. Thank you.
Please send the link to the group. Shall we need to send?
Is not shared?
Yeah. No. Google Meet link.
Kiska?
Online Google Meet if anyone wants to join the session.
Pooja wants to join? Yeah. Shall we start? 9.3 onwards, right? Are we clear until 9.1, 9.2? Is it clear? Is this clear so far? If you have anything, we can go back and study. I'm not in a rush that we want to cover something and we're running against a race or something. If there is something which you want to discuss, please bring it up. Okay? Any questions? Pratibha, Priya, Rohit, no questions? Clear? Shall I ask question then? Let me ask the question.
In our capacity, it is clear.
Okay. Krishna is telling it is susukham kartum avyayam. Why? What is the meaning of susukham kartum avyayam? Not reading it, he's telling it. What is sukha? We'll discuss this. So Krishna is telling this practice of this knowledge, you can practice happily. Even the practice of it. Do you think it is happily practiced? Or is it a painful practice? Why? Either ways I'm going to ask anyway. So, right? Is it painfully practiced or happily practiced, Poojaji?
It is like all the services or 4 things.
Yeah. Is it happily practiced or is it painfully practiced?
It is happily.
Happily practiced. Kyun?
But it gives me happiness, it gives me pleasure.
Okay.
Satisfaction.
It gives you satisfaction?
Yeah, something.
Why don't you do it more then?
Yeah, to be honest, then the mind always is, yeah, it cannot stay in one place.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I was happily practicing, it should have been fixed on Krishna,
Yeah.
which it does not.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's to become.
Kartum over here. Good. Thank you.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I feel fight while I'm doing.
हाँ.
It is giving me the happiness.
So okay.
I'm not sure.
और ज्यादा नहीं करना, इतना करना, ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए, इतना ठीक है.
Last 6 months, I want to like increase one more mala.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Okay, चलो, no problem. हो जाएगा. Good. Anyone else want to take a shot? Sueda?
It's happiness and
It's happiness and pain. What is happiness? Or which part of it is happiness? Eating prasadam is happiness. Yeah. Kirtan is happiness. Okay.
chanting, fasting.
Okay, sure. Good. And there is no right and wrong here. Yeah? Everybody has a different take on it, and everybody is different, and we all come from different backgrounds. What we need to really understand is that, see, Krishna consciousness is not one-dimensional thing. It's not just in one dimension. We need to be able to figure out what is that in Krishna consciousness which I really like. Some of the things in life I need to do because I have to do it. But if that's the only thing, I'm doing everything in Krishna consciousness because I have to do it, it's really not a happy thing. So perhaps there are some things which are supposed to be done. Some things are really giving me pleasure. And that can change, right? For some people, it may be just studying Gita is pleasure. For some people, it may be just learning shlokas is happiness. For some people, it's like cooking prasadam is happiness. For some people, it's just, no, I just sarup, everybody, that's happiness. For someone else, singing kirtan is happiness, right? So we need to go in that direction also and start doing it more. But at the same time, I need to also do some things which are supposed to be done. Right? So some things are there in life which are supposed to be done. And we need to be able to identify what is that in bhakti which actually gives me happiness. I should be having at least that much intelligence to figure out what is that I want to do which makes me happy. Right? And given a task, I know for sure nobody has done it. Right, Pooja ji? What was the task?
1 hour, sir.
वो जो ग्रुप्स किए थे क्या हो गया उसका? Is it active at all? Nobody replies? We need to make a monitor. Somebody has to be on top of this. Start thinking. Please think. Yeah. Please think what you want to do, Vimender. Yeah. Do something in life, right? What is that which you want to do? Everybody has something or the other to offer to Krishna. We all have some unique ways which you can offer to Krishna. You need to think that which is really satisfying to my innermost psychophysical nature. Social contribution, Krishna is in the center. Something you need to think. Chalo, anyways, good. Let's move on. Let's study verse 3 onwards. 5 shlokas. Everybody has it? You don't have it. Ashish ji, you have it? Okay, chalo. आपके पास नहीं है? Yeah, share with him. 3, yeah. अश्रद्धाना पुरुष धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्य मां निवर्तन्ते मृत्यु संसार वर्त्मने. Okay. मया ततमिदं सर्वं जगद् अव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थाने सर्वभूतानि न चाहं तेषु अवस्थितः न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमैश्वरं भूतभृन्न च भूतस्थो ममात्मा भूतभावनः यथाकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र गो महान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानीत्युपधारय सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहम् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So you can keep your phones having away. Let us try to understand the basics, the absolute basics of what Krishna is going to describe in this whole chapter first, or the essence of Gita, which is basically Krishna is going to tell in this chapter, at the end of this chapter, the last sloka of the chapter. But what Krishna is trying to explain is not a sentimental, belief-based system. Our Vedic thought process is not a sentimental, belief-based system. It is not. Vedic thought process does not belong with the question of where is God, who is God. It just does not belong with that. Gita also does not belong with that. Does not begin with that. The Vedic knowledge begins with this foundational question of who am I? Yeah. Once you understand that I need to ask this question, my spiritual life begins. Is it making sense? There is no belief at this point of time. It's a sincere endeavor which is being put. And there is a sincere quest in the heart of a person to figure out who am I? How do I belong to this whole creation? It's basically science. This is what science is trying to explore. Since the conception of the modern way of, whatever we call it as science, this is what people are interested to know. Right? Initially, they were called as philosophers, like Aristotle, Socrates. Eventually, so somehow they had a lot of problem with the religious establishment that time. Yeah. Eventually, it sort of became an offshoot, came out of the whole organized institution form of religion, and that became as science. Oh no, we don't believe, we ask questions. So in the modern context, religion and science are opposite to each other. They never really work with each other, right? Because religion by default in the modern context has a belief-based approach. You need to first believe. Science, on the other hand, takes the other route. No, I need to first experiment. I need to first see, right? Now, because modern science is an offshoot of the establishment, it also has the same problem. The problem of just thinking in one direction. Vedic life, on the other hand, it begins with a science which is different from how modern science is operating. We don't really go with just approach wherein I need to observe everything through just my eyes, but is also there is experience which is associated with it. Right? So when we say that it's pratyaksha, when Krishna is saying in the first shloka, pratyaksha, second shloka, pratyaksha gaumam dharmyam, it is basically referring to the experience. You experience it. Experience is not belief. Yeah. Once someone starts asking the right question and then seeking the answers for those questions, when you find the answer for those questions, it is not belief anymore. You have figured it out. Yeah. Belief inherently has something which you don't know and you're putting your trust on it. You're putting your faith on it. You're putting your You just don't know somehow, but you are still somehow believing. Right? That's the meaning of belief, right? And somehow that thing it's in loggerheads with the scientific community because they don't want to accept this that I need to believe. Yeah, so we can't really tell that it is in a wrong place. Modern science is an offshoot is an establishment which was going through this whole channel of no, you have to believe. Vedic life, on the other hand, is actually science. It's the same question what the modern science is trying to understand. They are putting billions of euros in the CERN project just to try to figure out how exactly everything is happening. What is the cause because of which the whole creation is going on. They have figured out to majority of extent now that the universe is a connected entity. It is not just disconnected phenomena. It's a connected phenomena. And the Vedic rishis also figured this out. They figured that this universe is a connected phenomena. It's not a disconnected phenomena. Everything is having a central configuration. Now, to call that central configuration as God, and you need to just believe in it, there's a difference between that versus no, this is how it is. Now, when quantum physics tells that, you accept it. Why? Because people are putting equations behind it. Right? You're understanding what I'm trying to say? You just accept it. Yeah, because there are equations they can prove. Right? Now, what the religious community, let's put it like that, even modern times Hinduism, unfortunately they are like, no, I begin with belief. And that's a bit hard for any logical, inquisitive mind to just, no, why should you? So Vedic life starts with sincerity. It has to be started with sincere questions, sincere seeking. And eventually you come to an understanding, or people had come to an understanding that universe is a connected phenomenon. And this connected force, which is there in entirety of universe, they termed it as Vishnu. Making sense? How many of us at some point of time in our lives came across the question, is Shiva supreme, Vishnu supreme? Who is God? Who is real God? No one? Yeah? You haven't even come across? I have been doing something else in my life before, now I have to do this. Yeah. Should I do this? What about all other people? Will they feel bad? Right? Yes? If you just stand only Hare Krishna mantra for Krishna, what about all other devatas? Right? Will they feel bad? Right? Because our understanding is limited. We were taught in a way which is sort of aligned with how Roman Catholicism worked. There is a God. Shriji. Hare Krishna. Is it making sense? What is making sense? Up to you now. You tell me first. Yeah.
If we are taking the example of Shiva and Vishnu, so many days we need doctrine to take in a certain way.
Yeah. We have been told that there is somebody called as Shiva, somebody called as Vishnu, right? And these are gods. Worship them. Right? The whole concept of our ideology, even in Hinduism nowadays, is that there is a God somewhere. Right? Somewhere. And you need to worship that God. Is there one is there in Vaikuntha, the other is there in Kailas. Right? So to worship. Right or wrong? Okay. Did you ever question this? Huh? What did you question?
The different beliefs and why are people divided?
Yeah, why are people divided? Okay, good. Yeah, because people are foolish. That's why they're divided. Easy answer. So, see, our system was not like the Western ideology of religion. It was not like that. So when people said that Vishnu, it is not based on, yeah, there is a guy called as Vishnu. Someone was doing some sort of tapasya, and then eventually they found a person, Ashish ji, and went and asked, "What's your name, guy?" Right? You look better. You look like you are the supreme person. What's your name? He told, "No, I'm Shiva or I'm Vishnu, whatever." And then the other came and told everybody, "No, there is a guy there. He's God." It was not like this. It was not like this. They understood that the universe is a connected phenomenon, the connected force which is there in every single atom. So etymologically, from the root of the word, it means one who is all pervasive, the energy which is all pervasive. Is it making sense? So that's how the word has originated, not the other way around, that they first fixed the word Vishnu and then gave the definition. That's not how etymology works. You have a root word from which next words evolve. That's how etymology works, right? Not the other way around. That you already have a word and then you start somehow dissecting and then giving meaning to it. That's not how Sanskrit is structured. It's a very structured language. So Vishnu comes from the dhatu Vishwa, which means that which is there everywhere, one who is there everywhere, right? Vishwa, Vishnu, these things mean that which is there everywhere, all pervasive, the all pervasiveness, all pervasive energy, the all pervasive person. And our Siddhanta, our Puranas, our Upanishads, they all point towards one direction, that there is an energy which is there, all pervasive. And it's not just an energy, there is a personal form to this energy. And that person can just come from anywhere in this entirety of creation. Yeah. And he can perform his Leela. And he also has his own eternal way of performing Leela, which is beyond the matter which we perceive. Is it making sense? You are getting crash course into thousands of years of tapasya of sages. Because modern science will never reach this. It's impossible to reach this conclusion, because no matter how much you observe, if you only observe externally, you can only reach so much. We don't even know where is the end to the universe. Even if you find, let's say somehow, what you will find is a closed surface. Yeah? How will you see afterwards? It's just impossible. So, the Vedic, that's why they call it Darshanika, somebody who has actually seen, Tattvadarshi, they have seen. They could see beyond, not by using telescopes, not by using external instruments, but by being sincerely inquisitive. I want to know. And when they got to know, they surrendered. Bhakti that's why Bhakti becomes an automatic process. It's a natural process. And you understand yourself, your own position, you understand Krishna's position. So you surrender. It's an automatic process. It's a natural process. It's not an imposition on the mind that, no, chalo, abhi, I somehow came across Hare Krishna, so I'll somehow do this. It's not like this. That's why no matter what Shripad Shankaracharya, Shripad Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya in their teachings, perhaps in the process they might be disagreeing, or maybe people who are interpreting perhaps are disagreeing, but doesn't matter. In conclusion, they all agree. Narayana Para. Right? Vishnu is supreme. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudamate. A foolish person, just take to this path. Because if someone is just wanting to figure out things by one's own logical reasoning without understanding the supreme, there is something which is supremely supremely auspicious thing which is there everywhere. It's a natural thing that you surrender. Bhajan means to surrender. Bhajan doesn't mean sing. Bhajan means to surrender. So, this is the foundation of Vedic life. We need to really understand, we need to connect with this ideology first. We are not like one other religion in the world who is just faith-based, just belief-based. You need to first believe. No. You don't need to. Things need to start with sincere seeking. And that's how entirety of Vedic knowledge is a personal experience of someone or the other. And the Vaishnava Siddhanta, Vaishnava theology is built on top of Vedic knowledge. It is not coming from Rome. This is not coming from Rome. This is coming from the Vedic foundation. Is the pinnacle, is the highest, topmost thing in the Vedic life, that you actually understand Bhagavan. You want to serve Bhagavan. You want to be in association with Bhagavan. You want to be a part of the Leela of Bhagavan. This is the pinnacle of it. Right? Are you understanding what I'm trying to explain? If someone starts the very basic, the question of who am I, eventually when you climb the whole ladder of different yoga paths or different jnana path or different karma path, eventually the pinnacle of it is you understand there is Bhagavan. One who is all pervasive, also having his own personal form, his own personal leela, the activities. And then you can be a part of that eternally, forever. You can experience real bliss there. And this is science. It is not faith-based. This is not belief-based system. Okay? Any questions?
So many questions.
Shoot. I'm here.
And why in India there are so many temples serving so many gods, getting so many donations, and like this whole thing feels like an institution. I've also been to Vrindavan, which also coming to this class gives me more peace than going there because it's so commercialized.
Well,
So then it's difficult for a seeker who does not have.
yeah, so we need to also understand that we have been disconnected with the knowledge system. So please understand this. There has been a slaughter on the knowledge system. It's been destroyed. Where is the Gurukul? There is no Gurukul. Yes? From your childhood, you were taught you are Priya, right? So somehow you believe that you are Priya. Anybody here in the room who calls Priya, you will turn your face and say, right? Why? Because you have been taught that you are Priya, right? If you were taught that no, your name is a phone stand, you would be thinking, no, I am phone stand, right? Imagine a culture wherein you were taught from the beginning of your life that you are not this body. Can you imagine?
I wish that had happened.
You can't imagine because we are disconnected. Just can't imagine what would be the situation, how would be the entire civilization if from the beginning of your life, first teaching you have been taught is you're not this body. You have the body is not yours, you have it right now, and you need to really function in the level of Atma. That's who you are truly, right? So imagine if that's how, imagine that's how we have been taught from the beginning of your life. How would be the entire civilization looking like, Vimender? Can you imagine? You can't imagine. You can't imagine because you are disconnected. You just can't imagine. There is no way. No, the Vedic life was there until the end of Dwapara Yuga, even until quite some time ago. Only because of Western influence and slaughter, it's been disconnected. But that was the culture of the land of India, that everybody by default would live a life which was spiritual in nature. It was not material in nature. India was not known for material. Of course, there was a lot of wealth, but India was known for knowledge. It was not known for wealth. There was wealth, a lot of wealth, but the value, the real artha was coming from knowledge system. We have been disconnected with that piano. Because of that, whatever somehow, so on one level the actual knowledge system has been disconnected, disoriented, totally destroyed. Then there is a lot of Western influence then. In the beginning it was just religious influence, eventually now it's just modern technological influence. And we all think that somehow I need to also catch up on that race. Right? So there is no difference right now. The entirety of India is just madly running behind how I somehow catch up the whole race. Right? And then you see, somehow people had to exist, and to be relevant they had to be somehow or the other, exist in a way that at least some contribution is being done. There is no king who is taking care of the temples. Unfortunately, it's a political system, but temples are not really supported from the government. It is not. The priests are not being paid really nicely. Of course, it seems like, there is really a struggle, when we go to Jagannath Puri, if you go to different places, seems like people are really, they're troubling you, but they have been not taken care well. The king was supposed to take care of them. They have not been taken care well. What will they do? They will come and ask for money. They have to exist. If you go to many of the South Indian temples in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, there's like so much of government control on the temple. All the money which comes in will all go to government straight. It's not being used for serving the deities. Right? Crores of rupees every year. One temple generates 300-400 crores of rupees. All goes to government. Government uses for whatever purposes. Is not being invested on the deities or on the people who are taking care of the deities. People are giving to the deities. They're not giving to the government. People pay taxes to the government. Right? If the money which they paid go and give to the deities, that has to be used for spiritual purpose then, which is not being used. Right? So it's unfortunate. We need to start thinking about it. And of course, no, I am not telling that everything is white or black. What I'm trying to say is that the structure has been destroyed and we don't know what is what. So then something, here and there something is remaining, and then you go and feel that, I want to be spiritual. Yeah, what you see in Vrindavan is just a lot of pollution and a lot of monkeys and just open drainage, and finally after 1,000 years there is a political will to fix some things, at least now in India. So Varanasi got fixed, I heard. I don't know. Is it really fixed?
Yes.
At least the temple surroundings, little bit. So at least something is perhaps going to get better. But you see, at the end of the day, it's not that Krishna is there only in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a state of consciousness. We can create Vrindavan here, right in this place. Huh?
Why do we even need them?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it is not that Krishna is there in some specific place alone. He is there everywhere. Ultimately, it is a state of consciousness. We need to really understand. It's a state of consciousness. Prabhupada went all around the world, created Vrindavan everywhere. Right? So he gave the names New Vrindavan, New Mayapur, New Talavan, New this, New that. These are really spiritual places. Prabhupada could create them. We can create one here. This place is Vrindavan. What is missing here? Jagannath is there. Radha Gopinath is there. We are serving, hearing about Krishna. This is Vrindavan. So, short answer, we have been disconnected. We have been living material life. So the ask is quite a lot when we say that, I couldn't find Krishna in Vrindavan. It's quite a lot of ask. And I need to understand, I can find Vrindavan everywhere. Okay? I'll take Rangas and then come back. Okay? Yes, Rangas.
Very, very interesting point you made that we can have Vrindavan everywhere. We can create Vrindavan wherever we want.
Yes.
Krishna is everywhere.
Yes.
Manifest. At the same time, there is also sanctity to the temples. Like, for example, Jagannath Puri, the deity is having Prana Pratishtha there, right? Krishna's live heart is there in Jagannath Puri. And so in Bhakti Hariji and temple also. So there is also like cultural, social things about seeing the deities. The deities are potent as they have been installed by various sampradayas there. So I'm not sure, like, we cannot say that, that we have Krishna everywhere, so we will not go to the deities. Right?
No, that's not the point which I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that if you're having difficulty in going there and connecting with the deities because of whatever modern situation which has been created there, because of priests there, pollution there, whatever, you don't need to beat yourself that, oh, I went there and I really couldn't connect. If someone can connect even apart from that, great, do it. Of course, all the holy places will have a potency for sure, but ultimately it is not that it's only there. If someone cannot, then yeah, sure, no problem. As I said, Prabhupada did create new Vrindavan in the US. And Prabhupada said every single temple of mine is Vrindavan. As long as people are serving Krishna in a cooperative manner, it is Vrindavan. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? If you just go to Vrindavan, you may see whatever you may see. Brahma also came and see. Right? But he really didn't see anything. He was trying to see, he was not able to see. So ultimately Krishna had to open the curtain of Maya, from the eyes of Brahma. So that is the situation of Brahma, then what to speak of us? We go to Vrindavan, we see monkeys and pollution and everything, unless we are in that heart. Right? So the point which I'm trying to say is that whatever the situation, that should not hamper us from going deep in our own hearts to find Krishna there. It's the most important thing. Ultimately, that's where Vrindavan is. Okay?
So, and one more question based on the verses we learned. So, very interesting sentence, and I was not able to understand the beauty of it. In one of the shlokas, the purport is saying, the translation is saying, everybody is in Krishna is saying, everybody is in me, but I am not in them. Right? And I could not understand. So,
we'll come to that. We have not started the discussion on that. We'll come to that next week. Okay? We didn't take any verses today to discuss. I just wanted to set the base first before we start the whole discussion, because unless we understand this is the base of Vedic knowledge. I mean, we have discussed this before in our previous discussions, but many of you are new. I want to make sure that you understand this, the foundation of it before we pick it up. Yes, Rohit? Is up that time?
I want to say something.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I also want to express my opinion regarding the temples. So yes, from core spirituality perspective, currently, like, you can access Krishna anywhere. He is present everywhere. But if you see the current situation, then we need institutions like that of temples, so that there, at least in general, people in general, they will get a facility to practice our culture. Currently, if you see, because we discuss about our education system, right? Our education system is mostly influenced by the leftist ideology, communist people. So that's why it is somehow inbuilt within ourselves that if you are following Hinduism, it's something downgraded like that. So that's a mass public opinion. So for that, this is also the war of narratives. So like how the Western civilizations, even though they don't have the solid philosophy or any historical reality, but the way they market, because of that, now most of the people, and this is we need to spread our culture. So of course, those who are core spiritualists, they will definitely need to focus on the essence, and that essence is Krishna is present everywhere, like that. But also on the another side, this is my just opinion. So as a spiritualist, we need to be spiritually absorbed. That's the first criteria, that we should have our own sadhana practice, and we should have our own spiritual connection with the process. Then only we can able to basically experience what the spirituality. But along with that, we should be socially sensitive as well as politically alert. So this three combination is what currently needed, because so that we can also protect our culture, because sometimes it happens that we become too critical. That's like, for example, I just give example, that now many people are saying that why in Ayodhya we have such a big temple, there is why to give so much donation to God and like that. But if we see from another perspective, that how many people are visiting there, and then how many people are getting connected to the to our Sanatan Dharma, like that. So that's why currently, unfortunately, the spirituality can never should not institutionalize. But currently, if you see the socio-political setup, it is the reality, unfortunate reality, that we need to systematically present the philosophy, so that people will get a structure where they can practice, and they will also see the like-minded people, so that their also confidence will grow, and eventually that's the background. And once it is have, then we can go. It will facilitate us to go deeper into the spirituality. So I think that aspect, we should be critical, but yeah, at least there somehow, even though institutionalization is happening, commercialization is happening, but at least the Sanatan Dharma economy is getting built, and eventually then people will then, once they feel that okay, this is a good thing to do, then they will, if they pick up our scripture, then it will be black and white like that. So I think to make them to that point, these systems are also needed,
Yeah.
based on the current situation.
There was the whole idea, right? How Srirangam is built, how Tirupati is built, why Tirupati is built, why any temple is built. This was the idea. People in general are anyway foolish. We are super foolish. We need somewhere. We'll go there, connect with Krishna there, and then start the process. Unfortunately, we have what we have. We can improve always. Majority of the times we become extra critical on things which are done to Krishna. While we have normalized everything else. So we had a lot of reality shows wherein they came and told, why should you go and put milk on Shivji? Why to waste so much of milk? Why don't you feed poor people? Anyway, narratives. It's good. It's fine. Let us be as spiritually awake as possible, and this is not something which is just on a, how to say, it's not just philosophy. Let's put it like this. You need to have practice associated with this. Good. Thanks, Pratap Prabhu, for telling this. Very good. Yes, Rohit.
While we talk about the word consciousness, sometimes when I read, I also come across a word called awareness. So do you think both these words are interchangeable or are they different?
Which is the second word you said? Sorry.
Awareness.
Awareness. Yeah, so basically consciousness is the Sanskrit word is chet. Right? Chet means conscious, and it's an attribute of Atma. Awareness is perhaps is a synonym to that. I don't know if it has a different meaning. So to be conscious is to be aware. You can put it like that. But then it's not just. So awareness could perhaps encapsulate a larger view of it. Right? So you're aware of social setup, you're aware of cultural setup, you're aware of political setup, you're aware of a nation setup, the world setup. So it's a bit different from being conscious of what you can sense. And so right now your consciousness is permeating only until this body. That's what you're conscious of. So if someone comes and touches you, you feel it. Right? You go and touch something, you feel that. So your consciousness sort of is until the end of this body. So you're conscious of. Awareness could be then on top of it, that I'm also aware, I'm accumulating other things. Right? But then it has to be on top of consciousness. So this is something which is happening because there is consciousness. A dead body is not conscious, is not aware also. Right? So Atma is having this quality, inherent quality of Chit, which is conscious. And right now it is just until the end of this, whatever we have. That's all you're conscious of really. You're not conscious of your daughter is touching the book. You're seeing it, so you're aware of it, but you're not conscious of it. You can't sense that. You can't really sense that anything which is beyond your body. If someone is having a fever, you're aware of it, but you're not conscious of it. You can't be conscious of it. You can't sense what's going on to this person really. Are you getting it? So there is something which I can sort of consume versus what I can really experience. So consciousness is only until the end of this body. That's what it is for now. It okay? Sure. Anything else?
Question from Pooja ji, if I can ask.
Sure. Is she here?
No, she's online on the meeting.
Okay. Where is the call though?
She's on the Google Meet.
Oh, you're running it? Okay, good. Yes.
I will just read on her behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to pray for multiple gods every day or just one god? For instance, chanting mantras of different gods, something there is guilt not being able to chant all the prayers because of limited time. Sometimes it also happens that one is not able to pray properly.
Yeah, so we need to really understand again, it's not about which god. That question is wrong. Vishnu is the one who is there empowering everybody by default, by definition. Yeah. There is, if someone starts debating on it, they just really don't understand how is the setup. When you understand a setup, the creation has a design. It has a central control. There is an interconnected system and there is a person who is behind it. And that person's name is Vishnu. And that person is all pervasive. And this is the guy or the person who is beyond matter. He is not under the control of matter. He is beyond. Every single devata also get their ability from this person. That's by definition. So it cannot be the case that you are going and taking shelter of a superior energy and the inferior energy gets frustrated. This cannot happen like that. That's why Shastra study, Yasmin Tushtam Jagat Tushtam. You please Krishna, everybody is pleased. So Srimad Bhagavatam tells if you just put the food in the stomach, all the body parts are automatically pleased. You put water on the root of the plant, all the parts of the plant are automatically getting the water. Right? So you serve Krishna, you're serving everyone. Okay? There is no need to feel guilty about this. It's just how things are. I am not making this up.
No, that's
right? So,
it came from you.
yes, so nobody can make this up. This is how things are. There is a difference between building a hypothesis versus reality. You understand, Pratibha? There's a difference. Building a hypothesis versus how things are. This is how things are. Vishnu is the all-pervasive personality. He's there everywhere. Everywhere. That's the meaning of it. When that person is having his own personal form, exchanging different rasa with his devotees, imagine how beautiful it would be. Right? Small child attracts our hearts. Imagine if Krishna becomes a small child. How beautiful would that be? Because this entity is not made of matter. Right? Our babies here are made of matter. We were also babies. Imagine something which is not matter has taken a form of a baby. Something which is beyond matter has taken the form of a baby. That's where you'll understand, oh, that's Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. That happiness is ever expanding. Because that's not matter, is not built on matter. Okay? So we end.
People should stop praying all other gods and pray only.
Well, if you only have X amount of time, the best interest of yours is you serve Krishna. Again, I am not saying this because I want to say this. This is how things are. Right? Krishna also talks about it in 9th chapter. You can go to other devatas, no problem. Krishna says, avidhi purvakam. It's like eating like this, eating like this. Right? So, it's avidhi purvakam. Vidhi means there is a structure. I can eat like this. I can also eat like this. Why to struggle? Because no individuals can really sustain by themselves unless there is this connected force, Vishnu. Nobody can sustain. No one can sustain. You can't sustain, I can't sustain. No one can sustain. Okay? It's science, Pratibha. No, I just believe that this is how it is. No. Science. This is how things are. If you are intelligent, you would understand. If not intelligent, I'm sorry. What can I do? Right? So, that's why Shastras, Acharyas use the word very clearly. Mudha versus Jnani. Right? You have to choose what you are. If you think you are intelligent, then you should understand. If you can't understand, okay, fine, no problem. Life will move on anyways. Right?
That's why we keep saying God gave us the free will.
Yes.
I think that's a mistake.
No, it's not a mistake. This is how. No. See, when enforcement is there, there can be never love. You can't ask your son, love me, or I'll beat you.
I would have made things easy.
No, you can't force and then create love. It's just impossible. Right? You can't beat your son and tell that, no, just love me now, otherwise I'll beat. Can't be love. Do you accept? Love has to be voluntary. It has to come from the heart. So Krishna is there as a reciprocation, he wants love. Cannot be forced. If there is force, where is love? Okay? Good. Shall we end? Ashish ji? Good. I hope you all at least took something into your heart. Something. Maybe 1% improvement than what you knew before.
Yeah,
Thank you. Hare Krishna.